So the question is, does it really make an impact in my work, in my everyday life, if my team goes through the working geniuses? We discover our geniuses, our working competencies, our working frustrations. Why does it matter? It's a great question. I think the best way to illustrate this is the idea, talking in terms of altitude, with an airplane. Let's just imagine you're with your friends in a private plane and you're cruising at 3,000 feet. I mean, you're up there. The wanderer is going to start wondering and asking himself and then asking the group this question: hey, should we be doing something else? Like, it's fun to fly in the airplane, but should we do some activities? Should we actually land the plane and go do something? That's at 30,000 feet. The plane's going to drop down to 25,000 feet. And this is where the inventor says, I have an idea. Yeah, let's go to Breckenridge. Invents a plan, this idea. It's going to go down to discernment. The discerner's going to go, you know what? It's in the middle of winter. That doesn't feel right. In fact, I kind of think I saw something on the Weather Channel, like there might be a blizzard going through. Come to find out, the private airport is closed in Breckenridge. So they throw it back to the inventor. The inventor says, you're right. Breckenridge is a bad idea. This time of year, why don't we go to Las Vegas? The discerner goes, yeah, I feel like that's a much better idea. That feels right. Let's do it. So we're at 20,000 feet with discernment. Now it drops down to 15,000 feet. This is where the galvanizer comes in and says, okay, let's make sure we're prepared to this. Someone needs to notify the airport on the radio. Someone needs to book some hotel rooms so we have a place to stay. Someone needs to reserve tickets so we can go see the show. The enabler comes in at 10,000 feet. The enable team is like, hey, we got it. One person's actually picking up the phone, calling the hotels. Another person's on the radio talking to the tower, or at the airport. Some person's on the app reserving hotel rooms. So they're getting it done. And then 5,000 feet down to the landing, that's where the tenacity person steps in and says, hey, I'm going to land this plane. Buckle up your seatbelts, trays in the upright position, wheels are down, we're going to touch down and land the plane. Can you imagine, and I bet you can, but can you imagine if, as the tenacity person is going in for the landing, if the wanderer comes in and says, I wonder if we should go somewhere else? Or if the discerner all of a sudden says, you know what, no, Las Vegas is busy this weekend, let's go to Texas instead. Up and down. Or can you imagine if the wanderer is asking a question like, I wonder if we should do something, and the tenacity person just dive bombing the plane going in for a landing. You get up and down, you get motion sick. It takes a stress on the airplane. You've probably been in a meeting where you're about to close on an idea, you're about to deliver, and the boss comes in and says, I have an idea, let's go another direction. And everyone's like, whoa. Or maybe you've thrown out an idea and someone starts doing it before you really decide and discerned it was the best thing to do. See how that culture can be just up and down and make people sick at work. So when we know our working geniuses and the order in which work gets done, it's so effective and it makes everyone on the team so much more efficient and joyful and productive in doing their work. So if your team could use some of that, let's talk.